Greetings Marines, FiOth here, and today I'm bringing you a new build for the demo. You heard that right. I wanted to start revisiting builds when I get all the new perks, but for the demo I made an exception because Brace for Launch is not a very good perk. That is the one you get from the Cassius, and although it hasn't dropped for me, I wouldn't have used it even if I got it. It's very niche, very situational, and I don't think it fits into a meta and game build. On the other hand, Reactive Charges is an excellent new addition that allows the demo to do one thing better than ever before. The demo can now safeguard the team if he is positioned correctly. Sometimes you're gonna get hit, but when you get hit as the demo with reactive charges on you, you will let out a concussive blast. The concussive blast knocks all enemies to the ground as if using blast wave. It has a 30 seconds cooldown. Now you have your normal blast wave that you can proactively use whenever you deem danger is close enough, but if you fail to do that and you get hit anyway, you will knock enemies to the ground as stated before. That means that if you are moving with your team, staying close to your team and trying to safeguard your team, even if you get hit, you are helping the team. On top of everything else, having the reactive charges there means that you can take the front with the Vulcan, if need be, to lay down suppressing fire and deal heavy damage. Of course, I am not here to talk about the Vulcan in Season 3. The demo is becoming a better class because of the inclusion of the heavy pulse. So without further ado, let's break everything down. We're starting with a loadout this time, and I can say that the best course of action is to get a precision rifle if you're fighting synths, or an automatic if you are fighting Xenos. Grab the Kramer, grab the M41A2, many guns will get the job done when fighting Xenos, and of course the really strong head poppers will get the job done when you are fighting synths. This is up to you. I don't want to talk about the rifles because there are many good rifles out there. What I want to talk about is the heavy. The heavy pulse rifle makes the demo a better class because it simply is the better choice for the heavy slot. It's a very hard-hitting machine gun that can leverage the damage buffs that the demo gets, and if you have a good recon on your team, you're looking at a steady stream of lead in heads that really don't want to feel the pain this thing causes. It is fantastic, hands down, guys, and of course I have already modded it and you can find the guide on this channel. I'm gonna also link my weapon guides by the end of this so you can easily find it, do not worry. Let's get into the grid proper. Now I'm gonna start with how I think this should work whilst I break down the perks. I am going with Loud and Clear for 20% more damage and stacks generation for my Clear the Room modifier. Fire and Forget causes enemies to take 25% more damage from area-based attacks and bleed for 8% of their total life over 8 seconds. This makes this ability, the micro rockets, that much better, because if you have a good gunner on the team and you can coordinate first hitting with your rockets and then hitting with the grenade, for example, you will be seeing some crazy numbers. Bigger and Better increases the radius of the attached ability by 40%. Then we go with a force multiplier 4, a rapid deployment, and the batteries included. We're looking at rockets that deal plus 42% damage, plus 40% recharge speed, for plus 40% the size of the explosion that we had initially. We go to our blast wave now. Assault and Battery, each target hit by blast wave reduces its cooldown by 10%. Dazed and Confused, enemies hit by blast wave are dazed, which increases their movement speed and damage dealt by 20% for 30 seconds. Now ideally what you want to do is get Armed and Dangerous in here. That says that Clear the Room now also increases ability damage, so if you can initiate with Blast Wave in between a few enemies and then hit with micro rockets, you're looking at very good micro rockets damage. If you initiate with micro rockets and then use Blast Wave, you can take advantage of Quick and Dirty. Whenever Clear the Room expires, your ability cooldowns are reduced by 1 second for each stack that was lost. So you use this, hit as many targets as possible in the second scenario, cast in with Blast Wave, and you have your rockets bar very quickly. With this configuration, to get you started, your rockets will look something like this. You fire and you're looking at 22 seconds of cooldown without any stacks, without any bonuses or buffs, which is pretty ridiculous. Now, we want to use fitness training because it is fantastic, gives you more HP, better healing income, and improve your stamina regeneration. Don't forget, guys, reactive charges means you get hit. More health means, well, you can get hit more without dying. Reactive charges. Getting hit by a melee attack triggers a concussive blast. Suffice to say that this is not the best perk to be fighting synths with. Knocking back nearby enemies. This can occur once every 30 seconds. A free out of jail card every 30 seconds in addition to your blast wave. Okay, so with this you can safeguard the team and take the front. You can be the front liner, something that the demo couldn't really do in the past because his CC was so restrictive. Okay, both fitness training and reactive charges now give extra tools to make the demo a better class, not to mention the amazing heavy pulse that is finally a heavy worth talking about. I know I've said a lot of bad things about the demo throughout these months, guys. I stand by most of my initial assessments, that being that the demo really needs some love. They need some of their abilities to be a bit more potent. Maybe the rockets can have some sort of crowd control effect like the gunner can have with the grenade, and no concussive rockets are not what you're looking for, because then you lose all your damage, and with blast wave dealing shit for damage, you pretty much have no abilities that can damage the enemy. They can only crowd control. So you need something on the rockets that will deem them a more balanced ability when compared with the gunner's grenade. Now that the Lancer is in the equation, maybe Cooldown will take a look at the demo and see where it's lacking and fix them up. With this build though, I can promise you we will see great mileage through extreme and insane, even with the class that I've been shit talking for all this time. Hope you found this useful, guys. Sub, like, and share for more. I'm covering pretty much everything for Fireteam Elite since the game came out. I intend to keep doing so until the game is dry and dead, and I mean really dry and dead 100%. If you really want to help me, consider getting a membership of the channel or visit my Patreon. Until next time, well, stay frosty and always strive for perfection, Marines. Cheers.